Hello, everybody. This is Special Ed with Special Ed Reports on a very special day. Today is the Royal Rumble. I love the Royal Rumble. That's the wrestling event that happens once a year in January, and they say that event is what kicks off the road to WrestleMania. I remember last year, I watched the Royal Rumble, and I was excited for it, and I was experimenting with Blog Talk Radio and SoundCloud and other platforms like the YouTube, and I was trying to help audience learn about wrestling. But I did some programs last year, and then I didn't do anymore. And there were reasons for that, and I don't think this is the time to get into it too much. But I thought, why not, just for fun, do another program today? And do it about the Royal Rumble. That's today. Today is January 28th, 2018. And if you're listening live on the Blog Talk Radio, you could call in. Well, I haven't used the Blog Talk for so long that my bell is gone. And that's really upsetting me because I like to ring the bell. But it's not here today. Oh, well, I guess this program isn't official. Oh, I've missed you, and you've missed me, too. I bet you have. You know, there's something to be said for doing what you enjoy doing. And even if it is hard, or even if there's disappointment, or naysayers. Do you know what a naysayer is? A naysayer is somebody that says, hey, Bob, you're wasting your time. You'll never be successful. You'll never amount to anything. You won't ever, you're never, ever gonna be successful doing that, so you should give up. People say that to you when you're trying to do something. A lot of times they don't want you to be successful. Sometimes they just don't want you to be disappointed, and they have your best interest in mind. Other times, they just don't want you to be successful because they didn't think of the idea first, or they're afraid that you'll get such a big head, be their friend anymore either. Well, that's not how I am. I'm very loyal. Well, today's the Royal Rumble, so let's get right to it. There are too many matches today. There are not one, not two, not three, but nine. 9 matches today at the Royal Rumble. 3 of them will be on the pre-show, and that starts at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Oregon. Portland, Oregon. We have a lot of wrestling here. And did you know that the WWE is coming here on February 16th? Maybe I'll do a show about that too. They were here about the same time last year because I did programs about that too. You should listen to them too. I'm going to tell you all about the 9 matches. And did you know this year there is a women's Royal Rumble match? I think that's going to be great. There are going to be 30 different women in that match, too. I should probably explain to you the rules of the Royal Rumble. Every 2 minutes, a wrestler comes down to the ring. It starts out with just 2. And then after 2 minutes, then the third one will come down, too. And Everybody gets excited for the Royal Rumble. They turn their heads and they have their phones in their hand so they can videotape it. But they're not supposed to videotape it. But I'll bet you that in Philadelphia, people break that rule. People break that rule a lot today. So the pre-show today has 3 matches. A 6-man tag team match. Whoa. That's going to have a man named Kalisto, someone named Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik. They are against somebody named TJP, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, he's the guy with the umbrella, and Drew Gulak. I can't say it just right. I have a speech impediment. I'm going to drink a soda pop to help me. What are you sipping on today anyway? I'm having Dr. Pepper. So that's the first match, is a 6-man tag. And I think those all sound like they are probably cruiserweights. I heard something awful about Enzo, and I don't even want to think about it while I'm doing this program. I don't like him anyway, but I really don't like what I heard about him this week. I read a lot of the dirt sheets, and I watch a lot of wrestling programs, and I've been watching a lot of wrestling this week. I watched NXT TakeOver last night. I watched it twice. I sure did. And I watched the pre-show, too. Well, the next match is Bobby Roode against To Be Determined. That's exciting. I like it when we don't know who the opponent is. That one's really exciting. The next one after that, and by the way, that's for the United States Championship, and we don't even know who the opponent is. Back at SummerSlam 1988, the Ultimate Warrior was a mystery opponent of the Honky Tonk Man, and he ended the Honky Tonk Man streak. He had the longest all-time in a row holding the Intercontinental title, and that still stands today, and it's been a long time. I was a child. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but that was a long time ago. The next match in the pre-show is a man named Luke Gallows and a man named Carl Anderson against the Revival. Well, they just wrestled on Monday. That match went about a minute. Well, then on to the main event of the day. 6 matches. That includes the men and the women Royal Rumble match. The matches include the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso, and one of them, I think it was Jay, got in trouble for drunk driving. And I really hope that Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin beat him for the title in a 2 out of 3 fall match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. You know, there are 9 matches, and why do we need a 2 out of 3 fall match in there too? This is going to be a long program. I'm going to order pizza. The next one is Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. I do not like that tag team, and I don't like that they won the belts the first night that they got together. They are going to wrestle against Cesaro and Sheamus. I like that tag team has been around a long time together, because a lot of times they break up tag teams too soon. And I like that it seems that they are keeping tag teams together longer, like Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin and the Usos and Cesaro and Sheamus. I think that's good. But I don't like Jason Jordan at all. And I don't like him teaming with Seth Rollins. But they're going to defend their tag titles against Cesaro and Sheamus. I hate title changes because they happen too often. But tonight, I hope both tag titles change hands. Oh, boy. Speaking of friends, really good friends and tag team, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they're going to team together in a handicap match against AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Whoa. That's going to be really, really good. But I don't like it. I'll tell you why after I have another drink of soda pop. I'd ring the bell if I could. I don't have the bell icon. You'd have to imagine a ding, bang, bang, you know. Well, I'll tell you again. I don't like this match because it's one wrestler defending his title against 2. I don't like the idea of co-champions. I have a very, very bad feeling about this one. And maybe they would end up having to defend their title simultaneously in like an elimination chamber or some kind of a triple threat match. I don't like it, but it could happen. I guess if you're going to have triple threat matches, and that brings me to our next match, I guess you could have co-champions. I really don't like it at all. So the other match for the WWE Universal Championship, triple threat with the champion Brock Lesnar, and he's defending against really big guys, Braun Strowman and Kane. Whoa, that's going to be good. I kind of look forward to it, even though I don't like triple threat matches. I don't like that the champion can lose their belt without being pinned or submitting. I don't think Kane is going to win it. Okay, the Women's Royal Rumble. Let's get right down to business. As of today, 18 of the 30 entrants have been announced. They include Naomi, Asuka, I like Asuka, Ruby Wyatt, Natalya. She has a lot of cats, Natalya does. I love cats, too. Sasha Banks, Bayley. Yeah, I like Bayley. Everybody knows it, and I don't care. I hope she come to Portland when I go there in February 16th, too. I love Bayley. I saw her here before, and I wasn't sitting close enough to get a hug, but I got an L hug anyway, because she looked at me and was hugging, and I was hugging too. I love Bayley. Back to the list. Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Tamina, that's Jimmy Snuka's daughter, Lana, she married to Rusev, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan. Oh, there's just a few more. Mickie James, she's old. I remember when they called her Piggy James. That wasn't nice at all. That was body shaming. Speaking of body shaming, Nia Jax is in the Royal Rumble, and I predict she's going to win it too. I think so. Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke. That's all they've announced, 18 out of the 30. Who will be some of the surprises? Will there be someone from the past? Will there be Stephanie McMahon maybe? I don't know. Well, on to the Royal Rumble for the men. They've also announced 18 out of 30. They include that drifting singer named Elias. And he says WWE stands for Walk with Elias. I don't think so. That's World Wrestling Entertainment. That's bad enough. Then you got Randy Orton. He's won a Royal Rumble before. Shinsuke Nakamura. I kind of like him. I like to pretend he's Ricky Steamboat. Then you have John Cena, Finn Balor, Baron Corbin. He won a Battle Royal a few years ago, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, before he got in trouble for getting after Dave Meltzer in a heated online discussion. Matt Hardy, he's doing that silly broken or woken or some kind of nonsense from the TNA that nobody probably watched. Then you have Bray Wyatt. That was supposed to be the next Undertaker, but I also saw him as Husky Harris, so I'm real confused. Rusev, Aiden English, I think he's friends with The Miz, or used to be maybe. Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, The Miz, he's the Intercontinental Champion. I like him a lot. He just won it again, too, from Roman Reigns. Ty Dillinger, and by the way, I predict he'll go in 5th today, and I really will be upset if he does, by the way. Big E. Langston, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. And you got to be careful if you ever look for Googling up Xavier Woods. You can get into some hot water there. I'll tell you that. You better not. just stick to the WWE Network or the YouTube for those kind of wrestling videos. But they are all part of that tag team, the New Day, that beat the Demolition record by about a day for the tag titles and then lost it right after. Thank you very much for that. Roman Reigns, he's also in the Royal Rumble. I know a lot of people will be excited for that. Well, who will be some of the surprises there? I think that guy from the UK, Pete Dunne, I think he'll be in it. But who knows? We'll just have to see. Oh, boy. What else is going on here? Well, yep. What else here? I'm looking here. It says that a second championship match was supposed to take place just because they needed more matches, I guess. There was supposed to be Enzo Amore defending against Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title. Why don't they do away with that Cruiserweight division, for crying out loud? But Amore was suspended from the WWE on January 22nd due to allegations of sexual harassment and sexual assault. He was then released the next day and the title was vacated. Bye-bye, Enzo. I don't like you. I don't like you at all. Did you know that the XFL is coming back? That was Vince McMahon's Good Football League back a long time ago. And it's coming back, and it's going to come back in 2020. There's also going to be a Summer Olympics, a presidential election, and daylight. That New Year. No, there'll be a New Year and a daylight saving time. That's true, but it was that leap year. That's when you get 29 days in February. Oh boy! I'm gonna have one more drink of soda pop here before we talk a little bit more about the wrestling, because I watch a lot of wrestling. I call myself a smart mark, but that can be a derogatory term. So if I don't the term mark anyway, but a smart mark, I guess that's okay, because that means I know a lot about wrestling, and I know it because I watch a lot of wrestling programs. I subscribe to magazines. I read the dirt sheets online, but I don't pay for anybody's opinions. I don't care what Dave Meltzer has to say. I'm not paying anybody for their opinion. I can watch the program myself and decide for myself what's good and what's not so good. You know what was good last night? NXT TakeOver. You know who's a good announcer? Morrow. You know who's not a very good announcer? Michael Cole. I miss a lot of the wrestlers from when I was younger. Perfect, Roddy Piper, Macho Man, Randy Savage. I miss those guys a lot. I miss Bobby Heenan. I miss Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, I miss a lot of them. I lived in Portland, Oregon area my whole life, and we had a lot of good wrestling here too. And now we have some smaller independent promotions I watch, and some of the old WWE superstars are on there too. Gangrel, Matt Striker. I watch it every week. I watch their program just to show support to the local independent wrestling. It's important. Did you know Kentucky Fried Chicken is sponsoring this event tonight? I like KFC chicken, Kentucky Fried. I get the original recipe. Today, I'm going to order a Domino's pizza and I'm going to use it online where I can track my order and see when it goes in the oven and see when it comes out of the oven and know when they quality check it and know when they're delivering it too. And I'll be ready to go outside and pick out my pizza. Did you know they now have pizza insurance too? That if you order a pizza and go pick it up at the store, if something happens to your pie before you can eat it, you can take your pie back to them and they will honor your insurance and get you a new pie. That's pretty cool. That's pretty great. I don't know how much the insurance is. Probably $5 or $6 a pizza. I don't know. Well, oh boy, I'll tell you what. There is just so much going on in Wrestling these days. I watched Monday Night Raw, and Monday Night Raw had their 25-year anniversary program on Monday, and it was not very good. And I'll tell you why, too. One of the reasons it wasn't very good, they didn't have very many matches. They were in two venues. They were at the Manhattan Center, just like they were in 1993 when they started. I think they only had two matches there, though, and those fans paid a lot of money, and they mostly got to see Undertaker talk in the ring, and they saw the Generation X talk in the ring, too, including Razor Ramon was there. I like seeing those guys, but the main event, that only went 60 seconds. And that wasn't very good at all because those are really good wrestlers, and they just didn't have a very long match. And tonight, they wrestle each other in a pre-show match at the Royal Rumble. But if the pre-show is only an hour long, and there are 3 matches in the pre-show, plus all the build-up and hype, I'm worried, friends. I'm worried about that match, too. I hope they have a good match. They deserve to have some time. Oh, boy. There is a rumor that Daniel Bryan might come and be in the Royal Rumble tonight. I hope he is, because I'm disabled, and he's disabled, and we get told we can't do things sometimes, and we can do things sometimes. And they say, oh, you'll get hurt if you go and do that. And I say, just sign a waiver. That's all you have to do. Sign the waiver. Will we see you from all problems if a disabled person gets hurt? Daniel Bryan's wrestled before. He can do it again. Oh, boy. And there are some more wrestlers joining the NXT, women and men wrestlers. Ricochet is one of them. Oh, boy. And that fellow, I think it's EC3, he was a champion in the TNA wrestling or Impact Wrestling that nobody watches. Oh, boy. He's going to be back in the NXT, too. NXT is great because they can do a program in only 1 hour. And even so, 1 hour a week and a few pay-per-view 2-hour programs a year, and everybody likes it and wants more of it. Whereas the WWE, they talk too much. Oh, my gosh. They talk way too much. Not as good as the NXT. Some wrestlers probably would rather stay in NXT than go on the, quote, main roster. Well, my gosh. That's one thing I like about Triple H or Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I watched some of the old Royal Rumbles, and I saw one where he won the Royal Rumble, and Kurt Hennig was in that Royal Rumble, and I was excited to see him. Kurt Angle was towards the end, and I think Steve Austin. That was a pretty good one. I didn't like the one in like 2010 or whatever it was when they had 40 wrestlers, 2011 maybe. I didn't like that one because Michael Cole got an email and he had to go up and read it out loud. I didn't like that. And I didn't like Santino Marella. I didn't like Alberto Del Rio. I don't like any of that. I didn't like that Royal Rumble. And I don't know if I like today's Royal Rumble either. I don't think wrestling's very good anymore. But I've been watching a lot of it anyway, just like a lot of other people watch it, even though they don't really like it. It's a really strange phenomenon. I like the old wrestling stuff, though, and I watch a lot of that on the network and on YouTube. So I think I'm just going to leave it here. I'm just going to leave it here for now, I think. I don't know who else will be in this Royal Rumble. I like the old days where they named all the participants and did so weeks in advance so you could prepare for it. I do like a few surprises. I think that's kind of neat. But you can surprise them weeks ahead of time and say, this is a surprise that so-and-so will be in it. People go, oh, wow, that's exciting. I'll bet I'll tune in and watch my favorite hero. What makes the Royal Rumble so exciting anyway? Maybe because so many people are in the match? Maybe it's because the winner gets to go to WrestleMania for a title match, a world title match, so there is a stake. Maybe it's the lottery or gambling feel of it, where every 2 minutes you don't know who will come out, the surprise, and it's supposed to be the luck of the draw. I just don't know. Last year, Ty Dillinger got number 10, and that upset me. I predict he'll get number 5 today, and that will also upset me. So we will see what happens, but I will be tuned in, watching live, and I will do a report. I'm not going to promise anything. These are a lot of work, but I'm going to probably do more programs in the future and get my bell working so I can ring the bell. Also have a phone number set up so you can call in and be on the program live. That also wasn't working today. It's been a long time since I've been on the air on Blog Talk. Sure has. You can look up all my videos. I put up some Wrestling Random videos too on the YouTube. Oh, those are a hit. Those are a smash sensation. Oh, old school, some of the mainstream classics, Billy Jack Haynes and Randy Savage and Rowdy Piper, Sting, and then some of the new people you haven't even heard of on the independent scene. Some of it's really good, some of it's really bad. It's just random. It's as random as can be. More random than the Royal Rumble drawing of numbers, I'll tell you what. Well, 90 seconds till the program's over. I'm thankful that you listened. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope that you'll comment and like or dislike or tell your friends. I hope you watch the Royal Rumble. I hope you support independent wrestling. And I hope you go to the live events when they're in your neighborhood. I hope you write letters to the editor and tell them what you like in pro wrestling and what you don't. That's the only way you can make changes, is to be the squeaky wheel sometimes. I don't know who's going to win it. I'll probably be disappointed in the men's Royal Rumble. I think Nia Jax will win the women, but I don't care. I don't care who wins either Royal Rumble. I like watching the wrestling and just seeing what happens. I don't like the predictions. I don't like the spoilers. I like to watch it. It's a sport. You don't know what's going to happen. Watch it and enjoy it. That's all for now, everybody. This has been Special Ed for Special Ed Reports on Blog Talk Radio.